Hi, thanks so much for joining me for this Get Ready With Me featuring some new to me Victoria Beckham beauty. If you'd like to see that, please keep watching. I picked up a couple of things from Victoria Beckham, so I'll be using those new items along with some existing Victoria Beckham beauty products that I have. So it's pretty much an almost full face of Victoria Beckham beauty. So let's get started. We're gonna use this as our base today. I've been playing around with this. This is one of those items that I couldn't wait for to try. I wanted to try it right away. In fact, I tried it on right before I washed my face the first day I got this. The Cell Rejuvenating Priming Moisturizer in Golden. And I have to say, this is one of those products like, why did I not try this earlier? It has such a smooth texture about it. Reminds me of a couple products, but it's not exactly like it. So this is what it looks like on, but when you apply it, I'll show you, it does get more of a golden tone. So it looks kind of pink, but as I apply it, you can see it does have more of that golden hue to it versus pink. So at first I thought it was gonna be pink. So I'll show you half. And it just has the loveliest finish and it feels so smooth. Yeah, this is one of those products that I thought I should have tried this right away because I immediately loved it. Just the feeling on the face is so smoothing. It feels nice and hydrated, but not sticky. Just a really smooth feeling to the skin. And I feel like this is gonna be a no makeup kind of thing for me. Especially if you don't have any dark spots like this, I think it does a nice job of blurring. And I read a little bit about the technology behind it, which is why it reminded me of another product. Let's take a look. This is half and this is half. So you can see it has just about the right tone for me for it to look like no makeup. But if you're lighter than me, it'll give you a nice golden glow. So this is actually under the skincare category, not the makeup category. It says this is a golden lightweight daily moisturizer which brings out the inner glow in skin with a subtle sun-kissed radiance. And it does have a beautiful radiance about it. Again, I only have it on this side. Yeah, I'm excited to wear this more frequently. I'll tell you another way I've been using it too. Backed by 30 years of research, the Golden Priming Moisturizer is developed with cell rejuvenating TFC8 technology and supercharged clean actives for long-term skin perfecting results that allow you to go foundation free. I love that. Okay, so I'm gonna start adding it to the side. It says dermatologist tested, safe for sensitive skin, hypoallergenic, fragrance-free, alcohol-free, and gluten-free. It's a lightweight, hydration-rich daily moisturizer, but again, it has a little bit of color that boosts radiance, smooths, and brightens skin with a naturally harmonious golden bronze glow created by a reflection of amber and gold pearls. I really love the amber golden hue. It's harder to find products like this that have that more golden tone, again, versus a pinkier tone. And it says it has a pore blurring effect here in the front. And I did notice that it does look smoother. And it says it brightens and firms skin texture, gently exfoliating over time, thanks to cell rejuvenating. It's at TFC8 again. Nourishing avocado oil, brightening papaya enzyme, and a blend of nutrient-rich ingredients. Pores, fine lines, and imperfections immediately appear diminished, and skin is left firmer, smoother, softer, and brighter with a subtle golden bronze glow. I agree with all of that. I don't know about the long-term effects because I've only been using this for a few days now, but the immediate effects of it, feeling smoother, blurring pores, having that golden glow, I definitely agree with. I think it hits all of those marks. One of the things it reminded me of was the Chanel Water Fresh tint because it has a little bit of that a little bit of a makeup-y element in it, but then I read a little bit further. It says blurring powders help minimize the appearance of lines and imperfections, creating a perfect canvas for makeup. So blurring powders, so I'm assuming there's powder in here, and in the Water Fresh tint, those are the little particles that are suspended in the liquid. Those are little powder particles. So also Hourglass had that product that you could put under the eyes, and it had a little bit of that effect. It reminds me of like Hourglass powder in a liquid form almost. The particles here though are very fine. Much finer than, say, the Hourglass ambient lighting powders. It also reminds me a little bit of By Terry CC Serum, the one that's like in that tan shade, but that one has a cooler shade on me, so I really like the warmth in this. Plus, this has the smoothest feeling texture of any of those products I just mentioned. So I'm really excited about this. Yeah, very much a no makeup look. So we're gonna do this just because I wanna see how far this can go without covering up too much of my skin. I'm gonna go in with my under eye concealer because whether or not I have a product on my face, I'm always gonna need a little concealer under the eyes. So we'll do that. I'm gonna hold off on the concealer here for as long as I possibly can. So we're just gonna do these under eye areas. This is the Sisley concealer in 4. Okay, and then I don't think we really need primer, but I'm accustomed now to evening out the skin tone first. We are going to go in with a Victoria Beckham shade on the eyes as well. So this is the Chantecaille Next Generation Eye Base, and this is in the shade medium. Let's go ahead and use the Gucci eyebrow pencil. Just finishing up with the Diorshow Pump and Brow. Okay, going ahead with the eye, we have one of the lid lusters here, and this is we have a lid luster here in the shade Mink. And I have avoided this product for so long because it just looked so glittery to me, but when I swatched it, that's not what I got. I got something really creamy and smooth with just some intermittent shimmer, some like silvery shimmer. It said you could apply with your hands like this. And someone, it's funny because I thought this when I swatched it, it reminded me of the Chantecaille Luminescent eye shades. And someone let me know that it reminded them of the Chantecaille Luminescent eye shade. So let's see how this looks on. Yeah, that really does remind me of the Chantecaille Luminescent eye shades, but in a creamier kind of form. Really beautiful. Actually, this reminds me a little bit of Elephant. I'm gonna do a smoky eye. There's something very easy about these Victoria Beckham products, like an easy elegance. That's what I think of when I think of the products in terms of the ease of use. As you see, I'm just using clean fingertips here, and then the product on the face, it just looks really natural. And I love the blush as well. So see how this comes together. Okay, now I need more of these. I liked, there was like a midnight one, I think. It's like a navy shade. I definitely understand the hype now behind these lid lusters. They're really beautiful, and that's coming from someone who does not enjoy sparkly eyeshadow. It does have a little bit of that wet look, which I know is one of the things they were going for. And it does have a little bit of intermittent shimmer as well. Of course, I'm going to tightline here with probably the Black by Chantecaille and then mascara. And then we'll go ahead and see where we are with the rest of the makeup. Really, really pretty. Super simple too. So if you want to do a smoky eye and just take one shadow, this is a one and done. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, now I have to collect all of them. So eventually I will try all of them. So I went, of course, in with the the Chantecaille eyeliner in black. And I also used for my smoky eye, I love this one, the RODIAL mascara, this XXL mascara. And of course, on the bottom lashes, always Chantecaille mascara. Now, I don't think I can totally get away with no concealer here, so I'm gonna have to conceal. I was hoping I could, but I can still see a little bit. I mean, I think I could, but I just want to perfect it. So I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Clé de Peau Honey, this one right here, use the brush, and just do some really targeted spot concealing. We can kind of see what concealer looks like on top of this primer. Like, I think it's blurring enough that I don't need to put foundation on for the rest of my face, and just conceal where needed, because then it looks even, just that little part right there. That's all I did. One of these days, my skin will get to the point where I don't have to do this, hopefully. I'm hoping at some point my skin will get to a point where just that primer will be enough and I won't have to conceal. I think we're getting there. So really, that's all I did. I applied it here, under my nose, and then right along here. That's it. No foundation. You can see the texture looks quite smooth right here in the front where I have enlarged pores. Let's go in with bronzer. We're gonna use the, I need a case now, the Victoria Beckham bronzer. And this is in the shade 3. I'm just kind of going in between the two shades this time. I have it on my Charlotte Tilbury brush. And powder. So you can see the color there. Ooh, that's a lot. Usually I powder first, which is why it doesn't stick so much like it's sticking right now, but it's working well with the skin. Yeah, really pretty bronzer too. I should powder first. Let me do that. I'm gonna go in with my Perfect Blur powder. Perfect Blur powder, Chantecaille. Let me bronze up the other side. Then let's go in with a blush. I have all of the blushes here. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Let's go in with this shade Knickers first. It's a nice light color. And then let's go in with this shade Miniskirt. I'm gonna go underneath a little bit. And let me find a lip. Okay, I'm gonna go for my favorite shade, Spark by Victoria Beckham. Yeah, such a pretty shade. And I realized I forgot to put on my La Prairie. Oh, I forgot to mention also that I took a little bit of the shade Mink right under the lash line as well. So beautiful, beautiful one and done. I forgot the mascara. I meant to try the mascara out today. Okay, I really wanted to try that mascara. Oh, it's sitting right in front of me. I just get really excited about the RODIAL mascara when I have a smoky eye that I totally forgot to go in with this. So we will use this in a future video. I'm going to pick up at least 1 or 2 more of the lid lusters, so we will try this when I do that. So I'd love to know what other shades I should get in the lid lusters, because let's talk about that really quickly. I think that these are so beautiful, especially for someone who is not a sparkly, shimmery eyeshadow fan. I am so impressed with how these applied, how beautifully they went on, really smooth, and I think with these deeper shades, it can be tricky. I've said that before, but they went on really, really smoothly. The result is beautiful, really simple to use as well. So I think that's my favorite combination, is something that is really easy to use, but has a beautiful effect when applied and looks like you spent a lot of time on it. So I did not spend much time at all with this. I just used clean fingertips here, and I did take a brush though underneath to go under the lash line there. But I love this shade too. It's nice and neutral. Like I said, it reminds me a little bit of Elephant, so I will swatch those two next to each other. I haven't seen it yet myself, but I'll show you a swatch. I've always loved that wet look for eyeshadow. Actually, I remember, I think it was Cher that had a cover or something like that, where she had a glossy lid, and I thought it looked so pretty. And anytime I've tried anything that does that, it will transfer the eyeshadow because it kind of emulsifies everything. But this gives that wet look without actually feeling wet to the touch, which I think is really pretty. So the lighting looks a little different. My sister called from Hong Kong, so I talked to her for a little bit. But let's go back to this product. I was going to talk about the Victoria Beckham by Augustinus Bader, this primer in golden. It is beautiful. So rarely am I wowed so quickly by a product. It's rare. It does happen, but it's rare. So immediately when I tried this on the back of my hand, it was really promising because it felt so smooth. And then when I tried it on my face, it was even better. So I am so impressed with this. So those claims about blurring imperfections, feeling smooth on the skin, even my sunscreen, my Even Up sunscreen goes better on top of this than directly on my skin. So I have been using this every day. I think you could see, if you don't have any darkness in the front like I do, that it's a really beautiful no makeup look. I think I might be able to get away with this and then some just blur powder on top. You'll still see some of the discoloration, but it won't be as even as this. But I think in person, it won't stand out as much. I think the camera really picks up on imperfections. So I'm really excited to wear this just all on its own. And again, those long-term effects, I'm looking forward to seeing what those really are. And since I'll be using this every day, I'll certainly update you on any of those impacts that I get from using it every day. But let me know if I should get the primer, the original one. I don't know why I would need it unless I didn't want some color on my face. This is the most beautiful golden color I've come across in terms of anything claiming to be golden. Like the By Terry CC Serum still a little bit cool on me. The Chanel Water Fresh tint doesn't have the same glow about it. There's some reflective particles in here. They're not present in the Water Fresh tint. So that's kind of the difference there. And I feel like these particles are super fine, but there is a reflective quality, but it's very, very subtle. So yeah, really excited about this product. I'm so glad I picked this up. So I wish I picked this up earlier. So sadly, I forgot to use this, but I will be purchasing more of the lid lusters. So please let me know what shades I should be picking up so I can pair it with this mascara the next time. But I'm impressed with both of the products that I tried. You know, I love the blush anyway, so I thought I'd try something a little bit different with a couple shades I don't normally use. I usually use just Major and then something else, but I was able to build a little bit of dimension with those two shades. So if you have this, let me know what you think of it. Are you as impressed as I am with this, or is it just me? But I feel like I don't have any products that really compete with this. And that's saying a lot because I've tried so many products, but I don't have anything that even fits in that category. But that is it for today's video. So please take care of each other, stay well if you enjoyed this video. If you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time.